tale of Mr. Morton. Mr. Morton is who? He is the subject of our tale, and the predicate tells what Mr. Morton must do. Mr. Morton walked down the street. Mr. Morton walked. Mr. Morton talked to his cat. Mr. Morton talked. Hello, cat. You look good. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. Mr. Morton knew just one girl. Mr. Morton knew. Mr. Morton grew flowers for Pearl. Mr. Morton grew. Mr. Morton was very shy. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The subject is a noun. That's a person, place, or thing. It's who or what the sentence is about. And the predicate is the verb. That's the action word that gets this subject up and out. Mr. Morton wrote Pearl a poem. Mr. Morton wrote. Pearl replied in the afternoon. Pearl replied by a note. Mr. Morton was very nervous. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The cat stretched, the sun beat down, a neighbor chased his kid. Come here, kid, come on. Each sentence is completed when you know what the subject did. Mr. Morton knocked on her door. Mr. Morton knocked. Mr. Morton sat on her porch. Yes, he just sat there and rocked. Mr. Morton was a nervous man. When she opened up the door, he ran. Mr. Morton climbed up his stairs. Mr. Morton climbed. Mr. Morton rhymed pretty words. Mr. Morton rhymed. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was, until Pearl showed up with a single rose. Who says women can't propose? Now Mr. Morton is happy, and Pearl and the cat are too. They're the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says they do.
Morning, dear students. This is Mr. Emil. Today we'll deal with the past simple. Our lesson today is divided into 11 parts. Number 1, expressing the past simple. Number 2, the forms of the past simple with the regular verbs. Number 3, forms of the simple past verb to be. Number 4, regular verbs and their pronunciation. Number 5, spelling of ing and ed forms. Number 6, the principal parts of a verb. Number 7, irregular verbs and a reference list. Number 8, the past simple and the past progressive. Number 9, forms of the past progressive. Number 10, expressing past time using time clauses. And the last part, expressing past habit using used to. Let's start. Julia rides the bus to work. Another example. Yesterday it rained and her clothes got wet. A third example. Today she is taking extra clothes to work. Now, can you identify the verbs? Very good. You have rides, and in the third sentence is taking. These verbs are in the present tense. But what about the second sentence? Yesterday it rained. Very good. Rained here and got are in the past tense. Very good. Another example. We graduated from college in 2007. Where is the verb? Excellent. Graduated. Another example. Our family ate lunch outside yesterday. Adriana studied English for 6 hours last Wednesday. Very good. Ate and studied are in the past simple. So the past simple is used to express activities or situations which began and ended in the past. They watched the movie last night. Alexandra answered the question yesterday. We form the past simple by adding ed, like watch and answer. We slept in tents at camp last summer. We slept in tents at camp last summer. I understood most of the directions yesterday. These verbs are irregular. Sleep, slept. Understand, understood. Eat, ate. I was a lifeguard last summer. They were in Belgium last month. The past simple forms of be are was and were. We started school last week. In the statement with the pronouns you, I, she, he, it, we, they, we use the past simple as it is. Started school last week. In the statement, there is no difference between the pronouns used. And in the negative, we use did not. I, you, she, he, it, we, they did not start school last week. What about the question? We form questions by using did. Did I, you, she, he, it, we, they, any pronoun plus the infinitive of the verb start school last week? The short answer, yes, I, you, she, he, it, we, they did. When we answer in the negative, no, I, you, she, he, it, we, they didn't. She was sick last Monday. The past of verb to be with the pronouns I, she, he, it, yes, very good, was at home last week. But with the pronouns we, you, they, we use were at home last week. Very good. But what about the negative statements? Very good. In the negative, it will be like this. I, she, he, it was not at home last week. We, you, they were not at home last week. So simply adding not after was or were. What about forming questions? Very good. We start with was, I, she, he, it at home last week. Let's see the answers. Short answer in the affirmative, yes, I, she, he, or it was. Negative answer, no, I, she, he, it wasn't. Questions with plural pronouns were, we, you, they at home last week. And the short answers in the affirmative, yes, we, you, they were. Negative answers: no, we, you, they weren't. They were at the movies last night at 8 o'clock. Here we have the verb is. Can you use it in the negative statement? They space at the movies last night at 8 o'clock. Very good. They weren't. Accurate affirmative statements. They space at the grocery store last night at 8 o'clock. Excellent. They were. Another example. This airplane was made in 1625. We have the verb is. Can we correct it? Excellent. In the negative statement, this airplane, who can answer? Excellent. Wasn't made in 1625. Accurate affirmative statement. This airplane, who can answer? Very good. Was made in 1943. Another example. Did Carla get a bad grade on her test? We have the verb get. In the negative statement, Carla, who can answer? Excellent. Didn't get a bad grade on her test. Accurate affirmative statement. Carla, very good, got an excellent grade on her test. Now let's see the pronunciation of the ed endings. She talked to me for an hour. Did you notice that we pronounced the ed like t? She talked to me for an hour. Very good. So the verb talk, talked. Stop, stopped. Hiss, hissed. Watch, watched. Wash, washed. So if you have a voiceless sound, when you add ed, it pronounces like t. What are the voiceless sounds? Very good. The K, P, S, Ch, and Sh. But let's have a look at these verbs. Call, called. Rain, rained. Live, lived. Rub, rubbed. Stay, stayed. So if you have a voiced sound plus ed, it is pronounced d. What are the voiced sounds? L, N, V, B, and all vowel sounds. Very good. A third type of the verbs is the verbs like wait, waited, need, needed. If the verb ends in t or d, when you add ed, it is pronounced id. Wait, waited. Need, needed. Let's practice. What about the verb behave? When you add ed, how should we pronounce it? Behaved. Another verb, plant. When you add ed, how should we pronounce it? Planted. We are learning to speak English, the spelling of the ing and ed forms. If the verb ends in e, when you add ing, we omit it out. Like the verb smile, smiling, hope, hoping. So we omit the letter e. And when you add ed, smiled, hoped. So you just add the letter d to form the past. What about the verb help? Helping, learn, learning. So here we have two consonants. So you simply add the ing. What about the past? Excellent, helped, and learned. You simply add ed to form the past. Rain, raining, heat, heating. If you have two vowels plus one consonant, you simply add ing, and the past is formed by simply adding ed, rained and heated. If you have one syllable verbs, like the verb stop, the stopping, when you add ing, we doubled the last consonant p. Plan, planning, double n. So double the consonant and add ing. And in the past, also we double the last consonant. Stopped and planned. Visit, visiting. Offer, offering. Take care because the first syllable stressed, so we add ing only without doubling the last letter. And in the past, visited and offered. What about the verb prefer? Preferring. Notice that we doubled the last r. And the verb admit, admitting. The second syllable is stressed, so we double the last consonant before adding ing. What about the past? The same, preferred and admitted. We doubled the last consonant because the second syllable is stressed. How can we deal with verbs that end in the letter y? Like the verb play. When you add ing, you just add ing without any changes. Enjoy, enjoying, without any changes. And in the past, played and enjoyed. If the verb ends in y, preceded by a vowel, you just keep the y. Let's see this verb, worry. You simply add the ing, study, add ing. So if the verb ends with a y preceded by a consonant, you simply add ing without any changes. But in the past, be careful. We changed the y into ied, worried and studied. If the verb ends in IE, like the verb die, when you add ing, it changes into Y, dying. Like the verb also tie, tying. So we change it, the IE into Y before adding ing. What about the past? What about the past? Yes, we simply add D. Let's practice. We have the verb rain. When you add ing, you simply add ing. What about the ed? Ed. Another verb, study. When you add ing, studying. What about the ed? We change the y into ied. Another verb, lie, lying. We change the ie into y. And when you add ed, you simply add the letter d. They became friends. We have some regular verbs like finish, hope, try. But other verbs are called irregular verbs like see, sing, go. In the simple forms, we just add ed or ing. Finished, hoped, tried. But here we have saw, sang, went. Also in the past participle, seen, sung, gone. Past participle, for regular verbs, you simply add ed. And we use this in the perfect tenses and passive. In the present participle, you simply add ing. And we use this present participle with progressive tenses. Somebody spent all my money. The simple form, awake, and the past is awoke. The past participle, awoken. Simple form, forget. In the past, forgot. Past participle, forgotten. The simple form, shave. And the past, shaved. Past participle, shaved or shaven. Throw. In the past, threw. Past participle, thrown. The verb give, gave, given. Sit, sat, sat. Think, thought, thought. Now let's see the past simple and the past progressive. He ran to work yesterday. This is in the past simple, ran in the past. What about the past progressive? He was running when the bus drove away. So the past simple, here we have the mark in the past. It indicates a past action. Edgar ran to work yesterday. Pat drove to work this morning. These two actions, ran and drove, began and ended at particular time in the past. Edgar was running when the bus drove by. They were eating when I got home. Yes, the two actions were in progress. They were happening in the past. When the bus drove by, Edgar was running. The bus drove by while Edgar was running. When and while are used in the past progressive. When means at that time, and while means during that time. He wasn't studying. In the statement, with the pronouns I, she, he, it, we use was plus verb plus ing. But with the pronouns you, we, they, we use were plus verb plus ing. In the negative statement, we use was not, or the short form wasn't. And with the pronouns you, we, they, we use were not, or the short form weren't. What about forming questions? We start with was or were plus the pronoun plus the verb plus ing. Look at this. Was I, she, he, it talking? Were you, we, they talking? And in the answer, yes, I, she, he, it was. This is short answer. In the negative, no, I, she, he, it wasn't. Yes, you, we, they were. In the negative, no, you, we, they weren't. Let's practice together. Walk. Yesterday the camels space in the desert were walking. Another example. At 8 o'clock we began to work. At 8:30 we were working. This is put and this is make. Put space at make was looking, but make space at put, yes, wasn't looking. Our son called while we were using the computer. After I exercised, I took a shower. After I exercised, this is the time clause. And I took a shower, this is the main clause. We can begin with the main clause. I took a shower after I exercised. So this is the main clause and this is the time clause. So we can start the sentence with the time clause followed by the main clause, or we can start with the main clause followed by the time clause. Both are correct. Another example. I took a shower after I exercised. Before I took a shower, I exercised. So the time clause starts with one of these words. after, before, until, as soon as, while, when, and they are followed by a subject and a verb. So again, what is a time clause? They are one of these conjunctions: after, before, until, as soon as, while, when, followed by a subject and a verb. I exercised until I took a shower. As soon as I exercised, I took a shower. Until means to that time and no longer. As soon as means immediately after. Now let's see this example. Mary came home while I was studying. When Mary came home, I was studying. Did you notice? This is something connected with punctuation. Here in the first sentence, we don't have a comma, but here we have a comma. So, if we start with the main clause, we do not use a comma, okay, before the time clause. But if we start the sentence with the time clause, we use a comma before the main clause. Let's see this example. When I rang the doorbell, it played music. Here we can use the past simple after when. Like this example, rang and played. So the first action, I rang the doorbell, and the second action, it played music. She was learning to ski while he was playing golf. The two actions at the same time, so we use the past progressive. Let's practice. We have here two verbs, attend and work. While we were working, our children, excellent, were attending school. Another example. Lynn fell asleep while she was reading a book. Here we have two actions. I went shopping, then I put the food away. Can you use after? After I went shopping, I put the food away. Can we use after in the middle? I put the food away after I went shopping. Now let's deal with used to. Look at this example. He used to be a baby, but now he is a man with a family. I used to swim every afternoon. Now I work in the afternoon. Fatima used to play the piano, but now she plays the violin. Jasmine used to laugh, but she doesn't anymore. We use used to speak about past situations which no longer exist, and used to is followed by the infinitive of a verb. What about forming questions? Did you use to swim every afternoon? So here we use did plus the subject plus used to, followed by the infinitive. Now let's see how to change into negative. I didn't use to swim every day, but now I swim every afternoon. Another example. Fatima never used to love school, but now she loves it. So for negative ideas, we use never, which is more common. Now let's practice. Who can correct this sentence? The children used to swim in the ocean. Swim here is incorrect. The right answer is the children used to swim in the ocean. Another example, were you used to ask questions in school? And the correct answer is, did you use to ask questions in school? I hope you have enjoyed the past simple. Thank you for watching, and till we meet again, I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Emil. Let's see the first exercise. Add the past simple form of the verbs in the list to the correct column. The first verb, dance. Where can we put it? Yes, we just add the letter D. What about try? Excellent. We change the Y into I-E-D. And live? Very good. You just add the letter D. Prefer? Excellent. We double the last consonant before adding ED. The same also with the verb slip. Very good. Suggest? You just simply add ED. Work? The same as suggest. Travel? Excellent. You double the last consonant. Empty? Very good. You change the Y into IED. Correct? Very good. Corrected. Smile? You just add D. Study? Very good. Studied. Stop? Yes. Double the last consonant. Watch? It's very simple. You just add ed. And fry? Yes. You change the Y into IED. Let's see another exercise. Complete the sentences with the past simple or the past continuous form of the verbs. Type the correct answer. But before doing this exercise, you should revise the past continuous. Number 1. What happened to your coat? It's all dirty. Yes, very good. What happened? Number 2. Yesterday I, between brackets, find a bag on the bus, so I, between brackets, take it to the police station. Very good. I found and I took. Number 3. John, between brackets, walk home when it start raining. Very good. John was walking home when it started. Number 4. I, between brackets, go to a party last Friday and between brackets dance all night. Excellent. I went and danced. Number 5. What, between brackets, you do at 10 o'clock last night. Very good. What were you doing? Number 6. Alyssa, between brackets, phone me last week to tell me about her new job. Excellent. Phoned. Number 7. Chris, between brackets, see Ben yesterday while he, between brackets, take his dog for a walk. Excellent. So and was taking. The last one. I, between brackets, not hear the doorbell because I, between brackets, listen to music on my MP3 player. Excellent. I didn't hear. And the other verb was listening. Very good. Let's see another exercise. Click on the correct answer. This is a letter. Dear Katie, hi, I. You have here 3 answers. Your email about your trip to Paris. Yes, very good. The correct answer is got. It sounds like you. What is the correct answer? Very good. You had a great time. Let me tell you about my 2 weeks in Spain. I space forward to this holiday since I. Excellent. The correct answer is had been looking. Since I. Excellent. Since I booked it in January. The weather was fantastic. The sun all the time. What is the right answer? Very good. Was shining. I space in the sea every day. Very good. I swam. And I even a small car to see the sights. Yes, the right answer is rented. It was the first time that I. Very good. Had driven abroad. What an adventure. I really. What is the right answer? Very good. Didn't want to come home. Why don't we meet up this weekend? I can show you all the amazing photos I. Excellent. I took love Sonia. Very good. Let's see another exercise. Choose the correct answer, A, B, or C, and click on it. Number 1. I'm sure I will space my new bedroom. Excellent. I will get used to. Number 2. Callum space go to the gym every day. What is the right answer? Excellent. Used to. Number 3. When we were younger, my sister and I space play together. Very good. Would. Number 4. I space working so late. I'm really tired. Excellent. I'm not used to. Number 5. Did your dad space to ride a motorbike? Excellent. Use. Number 6. They haven't space living in the city yet. Very good. They haven't got used to. Very good. Now it's time for fun. Find 10 past forms from Unit 2. You have here the verbs and you will find them here in this part. Think carefully and try to find them. Thank you, Mr. Emil.